Welcome to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. The sequel that nobody, especially the main character, saw coming. Don't Breathe was a tense thriller about a home invasion gone horribly wrong when they break into the house of a blind maniac. Stephen Lang did a great job as Norman, the blind man. A frighteningly sinister villain with sticky plans for the female lead. She escaped and he was still alive, so sure, wide open for a sequel, but not in the direction I was expecting. This is Don't Breathe 2. We find Norman living in seclusion, but this time he's taking care of a young girl. I guess he got a daughter after all. Some guys show up to screw at their good thing and don't live to regret it. Interesting, making the villain from the last movie into the hero of the sequel. It's not like a Terminator 2 situation, it's the same guy who imprisoned, assaulted a girl with a turkey baster filled with pancake batter, the same guy who killed 2 home invaders and tried to impregnate the third with said pancake batter. Now he's the protector, and for the first part of the movie, it's a cat and mouse on his home turf. In the last half, it turns into Taken with pancake batter. Being blind isn't really exploited as a big weakness either. He's still a supernatural badass when it comes down to it. There are some seriously grisly fights, and there are some really nice, satisfying finishing moves. Especially the last one. I cheered. We learn a bit more about the blind man. For example, he loves dogs. That makes things complicated. He's still a murderer, he's a killer, but he's also trying to protect a cute little girl. Where she comes from is explained later in the film, as is her connection to the invaders. The connection is logical, it makes sense why they are trying to get at her, at least at first. The movie tries very hard to make the bad guys worse than the blind assassin. It seemed a little weak and an awful lot of effort for the reason they come up with. Hell, the reason is asinine. It's like they couldn't find a reason to make the girl want to go back to Norman. So they came up with something that's so bad, you have no choice but to root for the lesser of 2 evils. Of course, he goes after her, and he gets help from an unexpected character, or maybe a natural one. But there's a Rambo-type gearing up sequence. Machete, knife, turkey baster. No, I can dream. The main bad guy's motives take a twist partway through the film. I knew it wouldn't be that simple, and we established that these are not nice people anyway. The main guy is a different kind of monster. Tension is ramped up when the blind guy is on the other side of the hunt for once. There are a few moments when he does things that shouldn't be possible for a blind man. I call this the Book of Eli effect. But it lacks tension early on because you know Norman will survive. Otherwise the movie would end. They didn't off John McClane in the second act. It's so cliched. Many chances to just kill him that don't happen. Power goes out. Go check it out. Dead. The first one was a horror movie, and this feels more like an action thriller. Maybe part 3 will be a rom-com. I know Liam Neeson killed a ton of people in Taken, but he never, Again, Stephen Lang gives you moments of sheer terror with moments of vulnerability. He's still a monster, but he knows it. Like the Suicide Squad, this is a sequel/soft reboot that doesn't really want you thinking about the previous installment too much. It actually depends on it. You don't want the guy from the first movie caring for a little girl, no matter how much he loves her. Great performance from Madeline Grace, by the way. Norman named her Phoenix, but that's not her real name, of course. It's Rey Skywalker. Things get gory, and you get the impression that the girl isn't used to seeing this dark side very often. Eat your vegetables! Don't Breathe 2 is 2.5 Bs. Entertaining enough, especially if you put certain things out of your mind. Try to take it on its own. That being said, it's a cliche-ridden sequel that's surprising, but mainly because nobody seemed to ask for this one.
Now, you're gonna see what I see.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!